My name is Jen. I'm one of the passionate support people here at PhotoBiz. I'm one of the people that you call in, and I'll answer all your questions about your website. We're going to talk about something a little different today. We're going to talk about some free online tools that you can use in regards to showing off your images with your PhotoBiz account. I will have some time at the end of today's webinar to talk a little bit about some questions that you guys might have. So if you do have any questions, just please hold them until the end of the webinar, and I'll be happy to answer them then. If you don't think you'll be able to remember your question, feel free to go ahead and put it into the question box, but just keep in mind I won't be answering those questions until the end. So hopefully everybody is as excited as I am about this information, and I'm really looking forward to chatting with you all about it. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and get started. So we have a question that comes through our passionate support line a lot about from people that maybe are not photographers by trade. They want to know how they can also create images for their website, store, and blog if they're not a graphic artist or photographer. So a lot of people aren't familiar with Photoshop, but it's still definitely possible to have some great looking logos and images on your site. And today what we're going to do is we're going to chat about a couple of different web-based products that you can find that will allow you to modify images and create transparent PNGs for logos, add text to your PNGs for upload, and that are pretty quick and efficient, and most of the time that they are free. Many of these resources are free. And if you are familiar with Photoshop, then a lot of these use a lot of the same tools as Photoshop. So this could be something that you'd be really, really interested in. So a lot of times people right now in this economy, they may not have the money or the time to upgrade their Photoshop or try to invest money into products like that, but yet they want to make sure they're putting out a good product. These resources are going to be great for you as well. They're going to be exactly what you need to get great looking images on your website and out in regards to your online business. So I'm really excited to bring this to you guys today, and hopefully you guys will be able to get some great information from it as well. So let's jump right on in. And the first one that I'm going to talk to you all about today is GIMP. And some of you might have heard of GIMP. GIMP is an acronym for GNU Image Manipulation Program. It is free, and it can be used for such tasks as photo retouching, image composition, and image authoring. So a lot of the same stuff that you would be doing with Photoshop can be done through GIMP. GIMP utilizes a Photoshop-like interface, and it also has similar tools to Photoshop. However, if you are utilizing any actions through Photoshop, they don't always work through GIMP, so you do want to keep in mind that. We do recommend that if you are going to use GIMP that you do have some sort of knowledge of Photoshop, but if you don't and you are hoping to either you're maybe wanting to jump into the whole Photoshop world and you want to try it out, GIMP is a great place to start. GIMP will allow you to use a lot of the same tools in the same way, and then you can kind of try it out. Maybe you want to try out this sort of product before you go in and you purchase Photoshop properly or some other sort of product. This would be a great way to start out. You can find them at gimp.org. Now I'm actually going to hop in to their website right now so that we can kind of see, so you can see where to go. And this is, we're hopping right in there. This is GIMP's website. You'll see that it's a download. It's a pretty hefty download, so you want to make sure that you have some room on your computer for it. It's about the same as the product would be if if you're purchasing Photoshop or something like that. They do have image screenshots here that I want to show you. So if you are using GIMP on a Windows-based computer, you'll see that the interface of it is very similar to Photoshop. The tools look very similar, and also you can do things like add layers, you can go in and adjust colors and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do right here from the GIMP program, and of course GIMP is absolutely free, so you can feel free to download it. Another really great thing that I like is that GIMP has a lot of online tutorials through through YouTube. So all you have to do is go onto youtube.com or even just Google GIMP tutorials, and you're going to find a plethora of tutorials to help you use this product. So again, like I was mentioning before, if this is something that you maybe have been wanting to try out, maybe you've been wanting to try out something like Photoshop for a while, but you're just not ready for that investment. Maybe you've taken some classes or read some books about Photoshop, so you're pretty familiar with the interface, but you maybe you just want to just try it out before purchasing. GIMP is a great way to go. I know a lot of people who just use GIMP. So it's a fantastic product, and I do recommend you looking into it if you're looking for something free. All right. So the next product that I want to chat with you about is Sumo Paint. I really like to recommend Sumo Paint a lot because it has a lot of utilization, kind of like GIMP does, of the Photoshop look to it, but it's a web-based program, so you don't have to download. Try Sumo Paint. It utilizes a lot of the same Photoshop controls, and it's a really cool program for adding paint, shapes, and drawings to your adjustments to your images. And you can find them at sumopaint.com. We're going to hop over there just right now and see their website next. And this is Sumo Paint. And this is what the site that you'll come to. If you have something like Chrome, you can also get an add-on for Sumo Paint. This is also really great if maybe you're on the go and you need to make a quick edit to your site. You don't have maybe your products with you. You can come onto Sumo Paint and use a lot of the products here. You'll just want to upload your image, and as you can see here, you can either upload from your computer. You can open from a URL, meaning if you have a Dropbox image, you can use a URL. And then I think you can use Sumo Pro if you decided you did want to purchase it, and you can actually store images with them. So I'm going to just open up an image very quickly so that we can I can kind of show you how easy it is to use Sumo Pro. Here's an image I have. As you can see over here, it utilizes a lot of Photoshop-like tools. You can go in and do some tracing. You have the lasso tool, the brush tool, ink tool. I do recommend that if you are going to think about using Sumo, Sumo Paint is really great for a lot of the paint features and the drawing features that Photoshop and GIMP have. And you can do some manipulation with this as well, but I do recommend that if you're just looking to do paint and drawing features, that you want to utilize something like Sumo Pro. I'm sorry, just Sumo Paint. Again, you can find them at sumopaint.com. And I really like it. It's just a one-click easy upload. Like it had mentioned, you can use a URL to source in your image here. You also have the ability, you have color abilities over here. You can add layers. A really cool free product that you can use. You'll see here you have all the brightness, contrast, color adjustments that you would have with Photoshop and things like that. So again, if you're kind of looking to maybe learn a little bit more about Photoshop before jumping in, this is a great way to even teach yourself some stuff about that sort of world. So Sumo Paint is a really cool product, and you can find this one at sumopaint.com. So a lot of our customers we recognize are not necessarily photographers. We have a lot of customers who maybe own salons or bakeries or things like that. Maybe they've never ever touched Photoshop in their life. That's no reason not to have a fantastic website. And and that's one of the reasons why we're having this this webinar today, because we realize that a lot of our customers would love to learn more about how to make their images look really great. So that being said, Sumo Paint and obviously GIMP really are for our customers that know what they're doing when it comes to photo manipulation. They know how to adjust the different adjustments with those products. They know how to maybe add a couple of actions and things like that, and they'll be able to utilize these products fantastically. The next couple of products I'm going to talk to you about is going to be more for our intermediate and maybe even beginner customers that maybe don't have any sort of photo manipulation experience. So I did want to hop over to the next example. and that is iPicky. You can find iPicky at iPicky.com, and that's IPICCY.com. This is an easy click-based photo editing program with some Photoshop-like features thrown in. It's got a very easy upload interface that doesn't require a sign-up yet. iPicky is new. You can make transparent PNGs in here very easily, about 3 steps. It's fantastic for logos. So a lot of our customers who are not photographers, they may have been asking us, how can I create a transparent background, because every time I create a PNG, I'm sorry, not a PNG, but a JPEG, I get this weird white box around it. And frankly, if you didn't know a whole lot about photo manipulation, there really wasn't a whole lot of ways to create something that is transparent. So iPicky is really fantastic because you can create transparent PNGs really easily on it. So that's going to be really awesome for your logos. It has a pretty decent font bank. I'm hoping it'll get better. iPicky is kind of a new product out in the web, so hopefully that will be something that will, hopefully be soon that they will be expanding on. And it has a lot of font. It also allows you to layer. I apologize. I zoomed away. So it also allows you to layer a lot on your images. So if you're looking to do that layering ability, you can actually do that with iPicky. Now, one thing before we move any forward, I did see that someone had asked if GIMP was available offline, and yes, it is. You can use the GIMP. The GIMP product is the only product of what we're talking about today that is it's kind of a download. So that would be an actual program that stays on your computer that you can use on or offline. The rest of these are all web-based, so you would have to have an internet connection to use these products. So going back to iPicky, we're going to hop into the iPicky website. And it's got a pretty plain kind of welcoming page here. You'll just go ahead and click Start Editing. And what I'm going to do actually right now is show you how easy it is to create a transparent PNG with iPicky. One of the things I do is I just go straight into creating a new collage, because this will allow me to set it up as a transparent image. I usually pick one that is kind of long and tall, so maybe I'll do something like this one here. I take away the spacing to make it one big block. And I skinny out the proportions to what I want. I want kind of a long logo. And then I'm going to color this to white. So I got FFFF. This is where I'm going to click my transparent button as well. So you have the ability to create this transparent. So once I set that, once that's all done, I'm just going to hit done here at the top. And you'll see here, it basically gives me a blank screen. These boxes in the back here, this is how I know that I'm working with a transparent canvas, so that's really good. So I've created this transparent canvas. This is where the layering is going to come into effect here. There's a layering tool up here at the top. And this is where I can add some text. Like I said, their font bank is okay. Hopefully we'll be getting something, maybe they'll be adding some more on here. I'll pick this one here. And we're going to do my test logo. So one of the other reasons why I really like iPicky is everything is just real easy. It's just kind of click and drags. So you don't have to kind of go in and manipulate with numbers and pixels, but you can as well. So if that is something you want to do. You can also add images to this if you wanted to. So if I wanted to put an image on one side of my logo, I can do that as well up here as a photo uploader. I can add a color to this, so I think I'm going to do a kind of a gradient blue here. So I like that. I'm just going to leave that as is. So here's my test logo so far. And basically, I'm good to go. Now, I know that when I upload PNGs to my PhotoBiz website, they need to be a specific size. And I can check what that specific size is in my control panel. So I've already got my control panel popped up here, my PhotoBiz control panel. I'm going to hop right into my Flash HTML control panel and go to Settings and go to Logo Upload. And because I'm going to upload to as a PNG, I'm going to select Original Format PNG. And this tells me that my dimensions of my logo upload can be 1,000 by 150. So 1,000 pixels wide by 150 high. I'm going to hop back to iPicky. And then I'm going to go into, I'm going to save this. iPicky gives you the ability to resize your images based on width and height and pixels, so that's really kind of cool. I'm going to crop my image first to make it as skinny and long as possible. And now I've resized my image already to 712 by 200. I know my height's going to be too tall, so I'm just going to adjust it here to 150. And apply. Then all I have to do is save my image. I want to make sure when I save my image that I save it as a PNG so that it'll keep that transparent look to it. My new logo. I'm going to name that and save it. This is going to save right onto wherever I want it to go. I'm going to save this to my desktop. And so now I've created that logo. I'm going to go ahead and upload it to my PhotoBiz account. All I have to do is hit Browse, go to my desktop, find, oh, you want to make sure that you select PNG first. That was my fault. I mentioned that and I didn't even do it. So I'm going to go to my desktop, my new logo, open, upload, upload complete. Now I have a new logo for my site that's transparent, so I won't have that white box around it. So as you can see here, it's pretty simple. And there it is, right there on my website, my test logo. So if this is something that you've been wanting to do, you've been finding it kind of different because you have that white box around your logo, or maybe you have copied a logo from somewhere else and you're uploading it and you don't really like it, or maybe you're using the default header that comes with your PhotoBiz account and you've been really wanting to do a logo for a long time. This is a great product to use to do something like this so that you can have your own custom logo right up on your site as quickly as possible. And there's some other really cool tools here with iPicky as well. A lot of quote-unquote Photoshop-esque tools that are just one clicks for our customers that maybe don't have a lot more experience with those photo manipulation products. You can obviously, they have colors that you can adjust and area focal points. So if you want something to be focused and then something blurred out, you can do that in here. You can do color processes on here. They're all quite simple. They let you to go a little bit through tangents here. Of course, I'm not going to apply it to an image here because I have my logo up. Another really cool product, a feature that it offers is a clone feature, which I think is really neat. If you, let's say you're trying to clear out a picture and you just want to clone, or let's say I want to have my logo be here twice. So let me undo this. Okay, so I'm going to hit my clone tool here. I want to source that. Maybe I want my logo to come out twice. And this will just kind of allow me to create a copy of my logo underneath my logo. So it kind of looks maybe, I don't know, like a mirror image or something like that. So there's a lot of really fun things that you can do in here. So even if you are not, a photographer by trade, maybe you haven't been doing a whole lot of stuff with photography software, this is a great alternative for something like that. Really, really cool alternative. All right. And you can find iPicky at iPicky.com. So that's a really, really great one too. So perhaps you are a customer who has never really ever touched anything in regards to photo manipulation. If that's so, there are other online applications that you can try. Ones like the next one that we're going to talk about, which is PicMonkey. So PicMonkey is kind of fun. A lot people are really into Instagram today, these days. You know, you can get on your iPhone, on your Android, whatever. PicMonkey allows you to upload images and have Instagram-like effects on them. You can do different filters, different colors, put different frames and things like that. They have a pretty decent font bank, and it's expanding. They are adding new ones all the time. They have really cool features and neat tools. You can also do cloning on there. And you can find PicMonkey at picmonkey.com. And we're going to hop in there really quick. So we're back here. So we'll see that a lot of the PicMonkey features are a lot like the iPicky features. You can kind of, it's a really easy one-click upload with an image. There's my image. You'll see here it even kind of looks like it's more fun. It's more trendy. It's really easy just to click one button and you can crop your image. You can rotate it. You can adjust the coloring on it. Oops. Let's go ahead and do that. If you need to do any color adjustments, you can do that on here. Resize. It has some really neat effects. These are a lot like the filters that you'll see with things like Instagram. You can add these little features on here, and it can be really fun, black and white, whatever you need. So this could be really great if you're trying to portray a certain image on your site, and you just have some. Maybe all you have right now are some snapshots. Maybe you have a salon. And you've taken some really nice pictures with your camera, but they look like pictures from your camera. So using a software like PicMonkey will allow you to put some really nice filters and things like that on it that you can really kind of make it look more special with your images. They have, like I was mentioning before, you can kind of, we're going to pop out of here. They have some pretty decent fonts in here. Come on. And they're always adding some. So you see they've added some that you're familiar with, like Bradley Hand and things like that. They're always adding some all the time. So that's really neat. It's a little bit more extensive than the iPicky one. And you'll notice that it is very similar to the iPicky. It does not have that Photoshop element to it, though. So you can't do layering on here or any fun things like that. You can't create transparent PNGs or anything like that with PicMonkey. It's strictly just images and kind of effects and maybe some fonts. And you could do some other fun stuff on here, add some textures to your images and stuff like that. So I do recommend checking this out. If this is more your speed, it's just kind of one-click changes and that type of stuff, and it's really, really fun. So just to kind of rehash what we went over today, I'll just pop back in here. We've chatted a little bit about GIMP and the things that it can provide for you, and like I had mentioned before, GIMP is going to be basically Photoshop. You're going to get every single bells and whistle that would come with Photoshop with GIMP for the most part. Even if it isn't provided with the initial download, people, because it is an open source program, people are always creating little tweaks and little nicks and crannies that they offer for free online. So you would just want to go ahead and Google add-ons for GIMP or actions for GIMP. In regards to actions from Photoshop to GIMP, you could use some of them. I do believe that there have been some actions that have been created that can be utilized in GIMP. You just have to find a plugin that will allow you to use those actions. So again, if you are going to use something that's open source like GIMP, it's going to be, a lot of it is going to be kind of going in and researching and kind of seeing what it can do. I do recommend there is a website called lifehacker.com. They have some really fantastic online like tutorials in regard to GIMP specifically. It has things like how to change red eye, how to change the background, and things like that. So if you are looking for some more documentation in regards to GIMP, you can find that on Lifehacker. And of course, like I had mentioned before, you can also go on to to YouTube and see some really awesome videos of what people have done with GIMP and what you can do with GIMP too, especially if you are familiar with that Photoshop like manipulation. It's going to work really well for you. Again, if you want to do some, and again, this is a program that you download to your computer that you can use offline anytime you like. So if that is something that is ideal for you, then please look into getting GIMP. This is really fantastic. Again, if you are going to do some online editing and you're looking for those Photoshop-like controls, then again, I know we just chatted about it, sumopaint.com. You're going to see a lot more of those Photoshop-like controls. You can do some really, really neat effects in regards to drawing and painting with it. There's a link here at the top that talks about a lot of the features that Sumo Paint offers. They do a lot of pro features that you can get into, has more filters and effects. If you're kind of staying away from drawing tools, they also have photo editing within their pro features that you can really do some really, really neat things with. So there are a lot of things like this that you can do just online with a product like Sumo Paint. And again, search Google. The things that people do with these free online products will really blow your mind. And people do tutorials on them and webinars just like we are. You're going to be really surprised with what you could do with a free product like Sumo Paint. So, take advantage of something like this. Even if, like I mentioned before, if you're on the road and you're looking to do some quick editing, this might be a fantastic alternative for you in order to find, to do what you need to do even if you're away from your main computer. So it's really fun. Again, like we were chatting about before, iPicky is fantastic for some easy editing, and then if you're going to do some Photoshop-like editing, you can do that all under iPicky. Again, I like to recommend it because you can do some really easy PNGs with transparent backgrounds on here. Again, if you're on the road and you need to just do something real quick, awesome way to go. You can save in JPEG, in GIF, in GIF, whatever, as a PNG. I believe you can save in TIFF. So if you're looking to save in a specific process, this is a fantastic way to go. Again, I didn't really get into like the Photoshop-like elements within iPicky, but you can do shapes. You can do all sorts of really cool things in here as well. So there's a lot of really neat things that you can do. And as of right now, like I said, iPicky is totally free, so it's a neat product to take advantage. And then if you're into that whole Instagram type look, PicMonkey is really great. Really easy, one clicks. I don't know how much longer they're going to be free. They just kind of came out, and while I like them a lot right now, I think they're going to probably turn over to a pro version here pretty soon. So, check them out, take them out. Maybe they are worth the pro in the long run, so maybe you'll really like it, especially if you are not well versed with photo manipulation. This is something that's really great. Now, by no means is this everything that's free that you can find on the web in regards to photo manipulation. There are lots of really, really cool stuff out there, and I apologize that I couldn't talk about every single one of them because there is just some really, really neat stuff. So take advantage of these online tools. These online tools are going to do nothing but benefit you. Take advantage of them. They're going to help your design and your web presence. So instead of just, oh, this image looks okay, I wish I could do something better with it. Go on these sites. Go on there and just have some fun. See where your creativity takes you. Maybe this is a lost art that you never knew you had. There's just some really, really neat things that you can do with these online tools and really just expand your knowledge on photo manipulation and things like that. A lot of times, a lot of photographers we talk to, they just were curious about how to do this stuff, and now they're making some fantastic looking images. So there's no reason that can't be you if you are not somebody who isn't well versed in how to manipulate your images. But so hopefully you guys have learned a little bit today. Hopefully maybe you're going to take a plunge and try out a couple of these. Maybe just download GIMP so you have that under your belt, and then go and play with something else. Go and play with iPicky. Go and play with Sumo Paint. See what it can do for you, and see if maybe those are some really some practical solutions for you guys. So hopefully I was able to talk to teach you about something that was new and something you didn't know about, and hopefully you'll be able to use these tools um, and do some really fantastic things on your site. I'm really excited to see all of the cool things that we're going to see now that so many more people know about the products that are available online. So go out there, Google, and have some fun. So if you guys have any questions in regards to any of these products or just in regards to the webinar today in general, please feel free to put your questions into the question box. iPicky is free, Gary. I saw that you asked that question. Yes, it is a free product. I believe it will be free for a little while, so you're able to use that. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't come out with some sort of pro version soon, but as of now, I don't. It's absolutely free to use all those features with it. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put it into the question box. Be happy to answer. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope you you all got to learn something today, and I was really excited to present this information for you. If there aren't any questions, then I just got a few here. All right, the system requirements for GIMP. You know, I believe we can find that on their website. Let me hop over there. I believe the download portion shows the requirements. You can download it on any computer. I mean, Mac, PC, all of them. And all you have to do is go to gimp.org and go to the download button there, and it'll show you the requirements that are necessary. So you can check that out here. All right. So if there aren't any more questions, please feel free to contact us here on the Passionate Support line. We'd be more than happy to assist you guys with any questions that you might have. Holly, I did see your question. I'm going to actually have somebody give you a call so they can kind of walk you through that portion. So if there aren't any more questions, if anybody would like to rewatch this webinar, we will be putting it on our YouTube page. So that's youtube.com/PhotoBiz. And we'll be more than happy to answer any questions you might have through our Passionate Support line. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we look forward to meeting you next time with our webinars. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.